Thank you everyone for coming out to Skopje Pride 2020. We are so grateful and so happy to have had all of you in this large amount to come out today in this heat to support our second Pride event. It is so empowering to see everyone here wearing your Pride colors and showing off how powerful and how much pride you have in yourselves. What we can do today is also speak out about the injustices that are facing LGBTI people in Poland and in Hungary. What we've seen these past few months happen in Hungary is something that cannot go unforgiven and unnoticed. Trans people in Hungary have lost their right to legal gender recognition, and we cannot allow this injustice to pass by and to slip by our voices. We have to make sure that trans people across all of Europe, but mostly in Hungary, have the right to self-identify and to have documents that reflect the way they identify. In Poland, these past few days, we've seen something that is very traumatic, very dark, and something out of the past century that we have made it our purpose to make sure it does not repeat. We have seen a rise in nationalism, a rise in populism that has labeled LGBTI people as monsters, as pedophiles, as creatures that are meant to poison our children with an ideology that is not something that is natural and that is something that should be accepted and tolerated in this year and in this century. We have to put a stop to the hate speech and to the injustice that LGBTI plus people are facing in Poland. What has happened these past few days is quite scary, to be honest. We've seen people being pushed by police on the streets. We've seen large amounts of police brutality and of injustice towards our LGBTI plus brothers, sisters, and non-binary people. We can't let this pass by. We have to call to action, and we as a community together, even though we are not in Poland, even though we are not in Hungary, and these issues don't press us at the moment, does not mean that they are not a threat to our existence as a community on a global and on a European level. We must call to action by ourselves, with our peers and our straight allies, but more importantly, as members of the European Union and the Council of Europe, we have to hold Poland and Hungary accountable. We have to hold their governments accountable for the damage they are producing on the LGBTI plus community. Most importantly, in this time today, we have to share what's going on. We have to give light and we have to give clarity to the issues that are persisting towards our movement and towards the advancement of our equal rights. Sadly, the fight will not be over anytime soon, and the other side has made it their goal to make this as challenging as possible for us to complete our mission, per se, towards equal rights. Thank you everyone who came out today, and I hope that you will go home and educate yourselves on what is happening in Poland and in Hungary, and use the voice and the platform that you have as people to give light to these issues.